I'ma stay bad, real cool. In the city streets, that's what God threw me. Where the good die young in the cash room. Son of a preacher man. I'ma stay bad, real cool. In the city streets, that's what God threw me. Where the good die young in the cash room. Son of a preacher man. I'ma stay.
These days be Friday the 13th, crazy G baby, 1 out of 13 babies. Mayhem from things you may have seen daily. May have been on the scene, but I never seen daily. You heard about us, nigga, we been on the scene.
Real quick, right? You mentioned the time thing. I don't know if you've been seeing Verb and Swamp, like they've been having like a whole spaces back and forth, this, that, and the third. And the discrepancy with Verb is basically the time thing and the cheating thing. And you being a vet, you being in the game for this long, what's your perception on that as far as, the time difference when you're battling your opponent? Like, is that cheating when he goes over the time? Is it strategy? Is it a part of the art of war? Like you being an elder statesman in the game, is this something that's been going on, or is this the first time you're seeing it? Like, what's your mindset on this whole time issue?
I feel like a lot of my career was affected by time. If you remember, like back in URL, we had a 3-minute clock. It was the beginning.
Okay.
We had a 3-minute clock, and at that clock at the end go, and you stop. They took that clock off after me and Hollow battle. See, me and Hollow did a 3-minute rounds on time. Round 1 I go, round 1 he go. Round 1 I go, round 2 he go. Murder Mook came out of nowhere, drunk as hell. Like smack. Come on, man, they going too crazy. What's a 3-minute clock, man? Let them niggas rap. You feel me? But at this time, I can't look like no chump. Like, nah, man, we can't do no overtime. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's rock. But I'm letting Hollow the Don go second in 3 minutes. And now that's why that third round looked like he just took off on me.
Got you.
Smacking them never showed the in-between where it was a tech in the game. So I this lost for years like this. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
It is a I felt at a young age, it worked against it was kind of reversed. Hollow was the older nigga, and I was the young boy. So it kind of worked against him, worked for him in that way. About it, but yeah. So timing is a thing. It's a cheating thing if you know how to do it right. And then if you are older battler, you're not going to write 10 minutes for no new guy.
Exactly.
And only way somebody getting in that bag where they writing 5-10 minutes for some new dude if this just what they own. Like, I'm just a fact. Like Disaster raps long no matter what. He don't care who he's battling. He's going to rap a 5-minute round. Disaster. You see what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah.
Like that. But, like, all right, let's say with Swamp and Verb. This was a time battle for some money? Huh?
I mean, they were contracted for a certain time. I don't think they were like, I don't know if they betted or had money on the line. I'm not 100% sure. But I know Verb was upset about him going over time.
Yeah. You can be upset because it's not fair. Because no matter what, it looks like you're crying. If y'all contracted to this, the newer guy wants to kill me, so he's going to write for 6 minutes. He packing his rhymes. Just so it could look like he rapping longer than me and look like he going crazy than me. But he's not. He really not. So it is kind of funny. It is kind of cheating. It is. Because rap is really on time. Like only battles that shouldn't be timed is street battles. Like we outside on the street, so it's like go to what you know. But if we in a venue, it's a clock. You got what event don't got a clock?
Yeah.
But even comedy got clocks. They got to get off the stage in 15 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Everything got a clock, and I feel like battle rap should have a clock. It should be a time guy there that should stop somebody after they rapping too long. you got to keep it in the confines of lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in some type of confines, because some nigga could rap 6 minutes in the third round and forget that my third round was potent for 3 minutes condensed.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
6 minutes at the end and got a cheer at the end, he will feel like he won that round.
No.
So
You
yeah,
know, it's funny. I was just judging in New York at a Verbal Warzone event over the weekend, last weekend, and
Mhm.
I'm a judge, right? And there's two battlers that's going crazy,
Yeah.
and one of them did exactly that. He rapped a lot longer, and they both was fire. But you know, the other guy might have been a little more creative. He might have been a little better, but his rounds
What's
just
short?
wasn't as long. It's not that it was short; it was on time. It was the time that it was supposed to be. But you know, as a judge, I'm not really thinking about the time. I'm really just thinking about how, like, you know, because I'm not putting that into consideration. Because I'm not really thinking about, oh, it's, you know, this is the time. I'm just watching the battle.
Yeah,
So when homie goes off, I'm not gonna lie, I end up edging the other homie who went longer the battle.
for
So
sure.
now the crowd is upset. Like people like, yo, but homie had better lines and da da. But I'm like, yo, bro, put in more work. He went crazy. He doubled, like, you know what I mean? So
Especially
then I get it. I'm like, damn, especially in a tournament, that kind of is like, damn, he kind of stole that battle because
yeah.
he was able to go longer.
Yes, 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 yes. It's a mind trick thing. Everybody attention span is so short. Only thing they can remember is he went longer. Because you know,
Now, now with the discrepancy with Swap and Verb, with them going at it and stuff like that, you see Verb, he really not feeling it. But a lot of people are saying like, hey, you should have kind of known that. You've been hazing him for all this time. You should have known he was going to try to do whatever to try to kill you or come out with the perception that he won to the culture. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And as a vet, you kind of should be ready for that. What's your thoughts on that?
Um, Verb been around. Verb know that dude was gonna pack his lines. Verb know that he Verb know that his voice isn't as big as Verb. You see what I'm saying? So the only way he can kind of compete with Verb is on that battlefield. So yes, he's going to rap for 45 minutes. He's going to rap for 100 minutes, Verb, against you. He's going to.
Mm.
You know that. I know that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, how long did they have to prepare for this battle? I don't know. Like, I don't know the time.
I know they had some time. I know they had some time, like probably like a month, maybe, like at least from when it was announced.
A month is great time for a tournament guy, which is Swamp. A month is not a great time for a nigga like Verb. You see what I'm saying? Verb could give you good 3 minute rounds in a month. Yes.
Yeah,
Classic Verb where he got three and some change and some, you know what I mean? Hey, Big G,
yeah,
he might need 2 months for that. He might need, you know what I'm saying? So,
got you.
but a guy like Swamp that has went to the final round in a tournament versus JC that knew how to battle every 2 weeks is in a better advantage than Verb at this situation.
Mm.
So yeah, Verb probably it might have been just a piece of bread so big that Verb just couldn't turn it down. A piece of chicken on the table that was so big, Verb could turn it down. Because
Oh,
I'm listening.
let me ask you this, Big T. Like you mentioned this earlier, and then you mentioned again about as far as like you know these new guys, 2 weeks they could do it, but you guys need more time. I gotta ask, man. Well, like, why? You know, does that make them a little better or a little bit like, well, you know, that they could actually come up with all that fire in 2 weeks, and y'all need more time? Are they like the new age? Are they better in a sense?
I
You
think
know what I'm saying?
I think
Like, I gotta ask.
I answer that. I think they're better in getting ready to perform on time. But better classic material, no. I don't think
Okay.
they're better innovative pushing the envelope. I think that if you get a show, they can be ready for a show. They could fill up or they could be like undercards. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
they'll put on some great undercard shows, but the main event, big like stage, the end of the day, I just think I think it just needs to be a little more time in those main events battles. But I feel like
Mm.
the new guys are better at getting their bars faster locked in their brain to perform them. But I don't think there are better battlers than us. No. Once we get our both out, we're both at the same Like we both had a nice amount of time. I don't think they think of what we think of. And then like you gotta understand, our pen just doesn't work for everybody like it used to. We 60 something battles in, seen everything, seen big stages, seen new niggas, little niggas. You know, some days you might need to wait for your creative brains to keep flowing. But his brain gonna work right away because he got you. You the biggest nigga he ever battled. Hell yeah, he going in the house every night writing for you.
Got you.
Today, I might go get a drink. You feel what I'm saying?
Got you.
That, but this is
you not this ain't like no like you. It's not like you battle Eminem like Big T versus Eminem where you about to be like, oh nah.
You gonna see me like if I got him next week, you Eminem probably up there with his daughter playing, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? But another nigga, like that's just how it is. It's just different. And they were trained to get ready faster. We weren't trained to get ready faster. You see what I'm saying? That's a muscle. That's a muscle you got to work on.
Yeah, like even if they book you versus Tay Rock, I could imagine for you that's a different mentality. That's a different bag you got to tap into.
That's different mentality. I'm owning. It's like you feel what I'm saying. I'm on that with Rock.
Yeah,
I'm on that with him. That's why I'm here. I'm on that with these niggas.
Got you.
For a couple